So, you know how you can ask ChatGPT something mid-thought, change direction, add context, contradict yourself a little, and it still keeps up? It remembers what you said 5 minutes ago. It knows what's unresolved. It doesn't wait until you're done talking to figure out what's going on. Now imagine your money worked like that. Not as inspiration, not as you should really be better about this. As infrastructure. Quiet, always on infrastructure. That's what people mean, whether they realize it or not, when they talk about real-time budgeting. And it matters because most of us are way more tired than we admit of doing financial cleanup after the fact. Look, here's the pattern most people are stuck in. It's Sunday night, or the end of the month. You open your bank app, or a spreadsheet if you're ambitious. You scroll through transactions and think, okay, what was this? Oh right, that was dinner. That was that thing I ordered late at night. You start grouping stuff in your head. Groceries, eating out, random subscriptions you definitely made to cancel. And then you notice it. Something's off, or something renewed, or a weekend added up faster than expected. So you adjust. You tell yourself you'll be more careful next week. You make a mental note. And then, well, life keeps moving. By the time you check again, you've already made the next round of decisions. Dinner plans, tickets, a quick trip, a sure why not purchase. The review always comes after the commitment. That's the loop. And honestly, it feels responsible. You're checking. You're aware. You're not ignoring it. But the timing is wrong. You're not getting information when it could help you choose. You're getting it when the choice is already locked in. That's not a discipline problem. It's not a willpower issue. It's a feedback problem. Think about it. You didn't wait until Sunday to decide on Wednesday's dinner reservation. You didn't wait for a monthly summary before buying concert tickets on Friday. You didn't check a spreadsheet before saying yes to a weekend trip. Those decisions happened in real time, and you made them mostly blind. The real issue is structural. Your spending is continuous, but your awareness updates in batches. That gap between what's happening and when you find out, that's where all the stress lives. That's where surprises live. Not because you're careless, but because you're working with delayed information. You're trying to reconstruct context that didn't exist when you actually needed it. Most budgeting tools don't fix this. They give you totals, charts, end-of-cycle summaries. That's a report, not a signal. Reports don't prevent anything. They just tell you what already happened. Real-time budgeting flips the order. Instead of evaluating your money once a week or once a month, it's being evaluated continuously. And when something is evaluated continuously, it can talk to you before you commit, not after. That's where the ChatGPT comparison actually fits. ChatGPT doesn't wait for you to finish a paragraph and then say, okay, here's what you meant. It's tracking state as you go. What you've already said, what you're circling around, what context matters for the next sentence. Real-time budgeting does the same thing, but with money. It knows what you've already spent this week. It knows what's already spoken for over the next couple weeks. It knows how much room you actually have left. Not in theory, but right now. It knows what's coming up that's going to quietly lock up cash, whether you think about it or not. So here's what that looks like in real life. You're about to book a flight. You're on the checkout screen. Before you hit confirm, a signal pops up. Hey, this puts you past your travel comfort zone for the month, and rent's due in 4 days. That's not a scolding. It's not saying don't do this. It's just orientation. Or you're adding something to your cart on a random Thursday afternoon, and the system says, just so you know, the flexible money for this week is already committed. Not judging the purchase. Not blocking it. Just reflecting reality back to you at the exact moment it matters. That only works because the system isn't doing math once in a while. It's tracking state all the time. The AI layer handles the stuff humans are terrible at holding in their heads. It watches spending velocity, how fast money is leaving compared to how fast it comes back. It remembers recurring commitments, subscriptions, scheduled payments. Things that will happen, whether you remember them or not. It calculates slack, the difference between what you've already promised your money to do and what's still genuinely free. And it sees around corners a bit, flagging obligations that are about to narrow your options. None of that is magic. It's just continuous evaluation instead of periodic reconstruction. What you actually experience is the output, short contextual signals at decision time. This category is tight right now. You technically have room, but not much. This overlaps with something you already committed to. You're still in charge, always. The system isn't choosing for you. It's not optimizing your life. It's not trying to turn you into a better person. It's just showing you the position you're actually in right now. So you're not relying on memory, vibes, or best guesses. And once that happens, a bunch of quiet work disappears. You stop manually logging transactions just to figure out where you stand. You stop doing weekly reconciliations to catch mistakes. You stop trying to carry an entire month's context in your head while you're standing in line or scrolling on your phone. The AI handles state. You handle intent. That's the split. And this is important. This isn't about spending less. It's not about self-improvement. It's not about optimization. It's about timing. It's about making your financial position visible before a decision hardens, while there's still flexibility. Think of it like GPS. GPS isn't smarter than you. It's just present while you're driving.
It updates as you move.
You don't have to remember turns from 10 minutes ago and hope nothing's changed. Monthly budgeting is like writing directions on a sticky note and hoping for the best. Real-time tracking works because it stays with you. It updates as your context updates. You're not waiting for Sunday. You're not reconstructing Thursday. You're just aware, continuously, of what's actually true. And that awareness shows up before the commitment, not after. That's the shift. That's why it works.